The Phantom Roommate. It started innocently enough, as most ghost stories do. I was a sophomore in college, having just moved into a cozy off-campus apartment. It was an older building, but the rent was cheap, and it had a certain charm. Little did I know, charm was just the beginning of what this place had in store for me. My first night was uneventful. I unpacked my boxes, set up my bed, and arranged my furniture just the way I liked it. Exhausted from the move, I fell asleep as soon as my head hit the pillow. But when I woke up, things were different. My desk, which had been against the wall, was now angled slightly. My chair, which I had tucked under the desk, was pulled out, facing the bed. I brushed it off as my own doing, chalking it up to fatigue and a restless night. I must have moved them without remembering. The next night, the changes were more pronounced. My dresser had shifted several inches to the left, and a lamp that I knew I had turned off was now on. A creeping unease settled over me, but I convinced myself that I was still adjusting to the new space. The following week, the whispers began. At first, they were soft and indistinct, like the murmur of a distant conversation. I thought it was my neighbors, their voices carrying through the thin walls. But as the nights went on, the whispers became clearer and more unsettling. They were calling my name. I started leaving the lights on, thinking it would ward off whatever was happening. But the rearrangements continued, growing bolder each night. Books stacked in intricate towers, chairs turned to face corners. And once my entire bed was shifted a foot to the right. One night, determined to catch the culprit, I set up my phone to record while I slept. The next morning, I eagerly reviewed the footage, hoping to find some rational explanation. What I saw chilled me to the bone. Around 2 a.m., the room seemed to come alive. Shadows danced across the walls, and my furniture moved as if guided by unseen hands. But the most terrifying part was the voice that spoke directly into the camera, a hoarse whisper that sent shivers down my spine. "We are here," it said. "We are always here." I took the footage to my landlord, hoping for some explanation or, at the very least, an exorcism. But he just looked at me with sad, knowing eyes. "You're not the first, you know," he said. "This building has a history. They say it was built on old, cursed ground. Some residents get used to it, others, they don't stay long." Determined not to be driven out, I tried to coexist with my phantom roommate. I acknowledged the whispers, sometimes even talking back, hoping for some kind of peace. And in a strange way, it worked. The disturbances became less aggressive, more playful. It seemed the spirit just wanted to be noticed, to be acknowledged. But every now and then, in the dead of night, I'd still wake to find my furniture rearranged and hear my name whispered from the shadows. And I'd remember that in this old, charming apartment, I was never truly alone. The phantom roommate was always there, watching, waiting, and whispering in the darkness. If you enjoyed this chilling tale, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell icon so you never miss a spine-tingling story. Leave a comment below if you have your own paranormal experiences to share. Thanks for watching and stay spooky.